Good morning. This is Lisa Schmid. Welcome to Saturday in the Studio. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and going on 19. Next year will be 20 years. Whew, that's exciting. And I'm excited to show you today how to use up some of your designer series paper scraps. So especially I'm focusing on a particular set, the Forever Flowers stamps, or Forever Flowers designer series paper, and it comes in 6x6. So I'm going to show you how to make 2 cards out of each sheet of 6x6. And then we're going to make a super cute little gift that you could either give for Mother's Day, or you could always give it just to a friend, or, you know, if your mom was passed away like my sweet mama, you can give it to somebody who you just appreciate. I think we're ready to get started. Let's get started. I'm going to show you how to make a very, very cute, we're going to use, first off, I'm going to show you, we're going to use this designer series paper. There's this side. So this is the Forever Flowers designer series paper. It is retiring. I pull it. Okay, I'm just going to pull it out. That's my favorite. Oops, got a little piece of ribbon there. So it's got double-sided, obviously. All our paper is double-sided, but it is just so, so pretty. Comes in 6x6. Is it 48 sheets, Dave? I forget. 6x6. Look at it's just so pretty. This one I did not use because it's Christmassy, but I used everything else, and I'm going to show you. Okay, let me show you what I'm going to make first. So those are, and I want to tell you, oh, one of them that's not in here because it's my favorite. I don't have any left, so I'm going to show you it in the card. All right, so this is what I made, this little cute little card holder, and I'm going to show you how to make the card holder and the cards. So I used for the front Ridiculously Awesome. This was inspired by Rhonda Wade, $1 million salesperson. You Are My Sunshine. I thought that could be great for, that could be great for a mom. That could be great for your friend. Just maybe even somebody who's having a hard time. So I thought that would be cute, or, You Got This. Any of these would be wonderful on this one. And I love these little, like, whoo, whoo, whoo. Look at those. Aren't those fun? And inside, these are the cards that I made. And I'm going to show you exactly how to make them. Let me show you the whole little set here. Woo. This is the one. I used up all that paper, so I don't have that one. That's my favorite. And then the tulips are probably the second. So let me show you how to make it, and then I'll show you the whole kit when I'm done. All right, we're going to start with some cardstock that is 9 inches by 4 1/4 inches. And we are going to, I scored it at 4 1/2, so half of the 9, and 3 1/4. And I'll put this in the comments so you can see the size there. I'll got my stuff here. All right, so I scored some cardstock. I have 2 that I thought we could make, so 9 by 4 1/4, and then I just scored over at 4 1/2, and then 3 1/4. Okay, so I'm just making this little fold, so this opens like that. Okay, I need to put a little white piece of paper inside, so it's like that. Okay. All right, let's start with this one, and actually we could probably make, well, we'll just make one at a time. First thing I'm going to do, oh, I don't have any adhesive, honey. Adhesive, I'll use this for right now. First thing I'm going to do is fold this in half, and I'm going to glue down, here it is, just like that. Love assistance. I'm going to put adhesive on this little, it's like a 1 1/4 inch block. Whoops, that's the end of that one. That's okay. I go back to plan A, B. I'm good. I can just use this, love. I'm good. Thanks. All right, so I'm just going to hold that down for a minute. So I'm making, it's just to give myself a little booklet here kind of thing. So, and here's my, it's okay, love. That's too loud. So I'm going to use the designer series paper that this is on the back of that, and this is on the back of that. So you could choose to use that. If you liked a different one, you could use that instead. Yes, you could use that instead. Let me show you how I cut. So I've got this ready. Let me show you how I cut the designer series paper. So here's how I cut it. I cut it at 4 inches and then cut it at 3 inches. You got to do the 4 inches first so you get that big strip. So I'm going to go ahead and cut one just to show you. Simple it is. Let's see. I did put an S on the scoring one. So I'm going to cut first at 4 inches. Cut at 4 inches here. So let's do that first. That's the cutting blade. And then I'm going to rotate this and I'm going to cut it at 3 inches. Now remember, this is 6 by 6. So I'm just going to go right here to 3 inches. Okay, so already I'm making 2 cards. Then I'm going to take this piece, this is what's left over right here, and it's 2 inches, and I'm going to cut it in half. So I'm going to cut it at 1 inch. And you could do the other side first, but I'm going to do this side. Maybe I'll do the other side. I'm just going to do this side first. This is how I made it, so I'm going to do it this way. All right, so those are my 2 pieces for the side. Then I'm going to layer those and just cut that at 4 inches. 4 inches, okay. There we go. Oops, a little bit off the screen, sorry. These 2 are used for something else. Toss away, whatever you probably use for something else, right? So now I have cut my designer series paper. So I have 2 cards. Do you see that? So that's how I'm going to do that. And let's go ahead and put it on the card.
Good morning, Jenny.
Morning, Jenny. So this is a great way to use up your scraps. There we go. Oh, I think Dave did get me an adhesive. I'm going to use that instead. All right. So go ahead and put this on here. Make sure it's right side up. There we go. And then I'm going to stick on, this is the opposite side, right? Designer series paper. Love that. So I'm just going to stick that on like that. A little crooked, get that straight. There we go. Okay, so super simple, and very, I think it's cute. I think it's really cute. Then we're going to I just took this polka dot tulle ribbon, which is retiring. All of this is retiring, not the Misty Moonlight, but the designer series paper. And I'm going to show you a quick way to cut. I made 8 of them. So a quick way to cut ribbon. So I kind of hold it like here, because that's how much I'm going to need with a little extra. And then you just go like this. You roll out some of your ribbon and just go like this. 1, go to the end, 2, and then you just trim the ends. We used to do this in our balloon shop with big ribbons, so that worked out. That's how you can cut quick ribbon. All right, so look. Yes?
So Jenny said she really likes that template of how to cut the 6 by 6, so we'll make sure to put a picture of the template in the chat.
Yes, and I purposely left space in the middle so that you could see where it's cut rather than just the measurements. All right, so let's go ahead and just tie this around. Remember that inside part is already it's glued down, so I don't need to worry about, I'm really not using the ribbon to hold it. The ribbon is just a little bit of design, and I am not making a bow, Jenny. I'm just just tie a knot. There we go. Okay, super cute, super simple. We are going to, I'm going to show you a stamp set that I'm going to use to do all the words. So I am going to use this Itty Bitty Greetings. It is also retiring, but I'm going to use this Itty Bitty Greetings, and I want to show you, I found a quick way to do it. So it has love and sympathy, many thanks, Easter, Christmas, happy birthday, happy Hanukkah, Mother's Day, sweet baby, happy day, gratitude, good, Father's Day, forever and always, trick or treat, a little hello, I miss you and you're engaged, good grief. Like, we've covered everything there, right? Oh, and this is one of 2. Can you grab the other one? I forgot there's 2 for this one. Itty Bitty Greetings. Dave's getting a workout this morning. He loves when I do this to him. Right side, all the way on the right. So I chose, forgetting it was one of 2, I chose just these, and here's the second set. Oh my goodness. 2 of 2. So, happy anniversary. Let's keep going. May God bless you and keep you. Best wishes. Get well, right? Hope you're feeling better. Congrats. Happy graduation. Have a lucky day. I'm here for you. Good grief. Celebrate. Hey, friend. I love that one. Fabulous at any age. Okay, enjoy your retirement. There's a lot. How many total? There are 32 total. No, it couldn't be. It says 32. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yes, 32 total. 32 total sentiments in Itty Bitty Greetings. Okay, and you get 2 sets. And it is rubber mounted. Okay, so it's called a clear mount, but we call that the rubber, which is a little confusing. That's okay. So I'm going to show you how I stamped all my sentiments at one time. So I took them out and I put them all on this big block. And then I am just going to take my black ink and I'm going to ink up all of it. First I'm going to get my cardstock and then I will ink up all of that at the same time. There we go. All right, so I'm going to ink up all these words at the same time. If I need to do others second, I can, but I'm thinking that's going to look pretty good. But thanks, looks like it needs a little more. All right, so, and I'm just using my Memento ink, and I'm just going to stamp this on here. Okay, so I just got, and there is one, Many Messages I think has all these, but check that out. That was slick and quick. How about that? Now, I want to use my double oval punch. And so obviously this cuts out also, right? So the only thing I need to do to make sure I don't get in the way of my stamps is I'm just going to trim that a little bit. And then I can just cut, Happy Birthday, I miss you. Get that centered, and I can do this with all of, this one's too close to the top, so I'm going to flip it over. There we go. I miss you. So quickly I can cut out, I have 7 sentiments here, and that's how many cards I made. So super quick and easy. All right, let's go back to this card, and I'm going to take a piece of Misty Moonlight that I brought over here. Misty Moonlight, and I'm just going to use this. At first I had it just like this, thinking, well, I really am going for simple. But and you could do that, but I'm going to put this behind it just to give it a little more definition. So I'm going to stick that behind it. And of course, you know me in dimensionals. 10 packs or less, and I start hyperventilating as if I'm like on 0% on my phone. So I got to pop it up. There we go. I mean, it really made it pop out just a little bit more. And then the inside card, or the inside, I had been thinking it was the whole thing, so I'm just going to trim that, and I'll rewrite that. So the inside card, let me just, the white rather, is going to be 3 by 4. 3 by 4, and I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Oopsie, look here. 3 by 4.
So I put a question in the chat asking, what's the card you make most often? Is it birthday, thank you, sympathy? Go ahead and put your answer in the chat, because it's always interesting to see what people make for their cards.
Yep, that sounds great. 3 by 4, and I'm actually going to, 3 by 4 is what my inside is. So my inside, I'm actually going to add that to the template. Oh, maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'll have an extra piece of white. Yep, so I'm going to write on a piece of white 3 by 4, and I'll put that in there as well. Because, or 4 by 3, whichever. 4 by 3 inches. So that's the inside. And I'll make sure to put that with this, because that's handy to know. Okay, cute, right? Cute card? Birthday, Barb says. Yeah, probably me too. All right, let me pull back out the cards I made, all of them, and show you. Okay, we just did that one. There's this one. Here are my cards. Scooch over all that. Happy day, love and sympathy, I miss you. I actually had done this one with gratitude, same as that. This one I used the green, Just Jade. So these colors are Just Jade, Misty Moonlight, Calypso Coral, Magenta Madness, and my favorite, Misty Moonlight, this one. So I made, this is the one we just made. I'm going to take that one back out. So I made 7 cards to go in this little pack. What a cute gift that is. And these designer series paper, you can cut all of them at the same time. I will give you one warning. One warning is that this one and this one have a definite direction. So obviously I don't want my tulips that way, but if my tulips were sideways, I could always put my sentiment over here and just make it open this way. That would be fine too. So that was my only warning when I cut them. I was like, oh, shoot. The other thing is some of them, I think it was this one. On the back of this one is the bumblebee, and I really didn't care for that together. So I just chose the green instead, which is on the back of the tulips. So anyway, I did mix and match some. But yeah, isn't that pretty? What a nice spring, summery gift. Envelope size. Yep, I just saw that. Well, I know it's going to be a shocker for you. I just used the regular size envelopes, just like that. I did not do any special envelope. I just used the regular envelope. But here's what I want to show you. I want to show you how did I decide how big to make this. I did not follow a template. Sometimes that's just too much for me to think through. So I just want to show you how I just kind of, I want to say out of the blue, but I just took a regular size piece of cardstock. I'm going to get rid of these. Yep, 8.5 by 11. I need one envelope for my size. All right, and I need my scorer. Okay, scoring blade, not cutting blade. All right, so I'm going to cut this in the middle, or not cut, I'm going to score this in the middle at 5.5, but I'm going to go at 1/8 of an inch, one direction, because I want a little, I want to have a little space in the middle, so it's not, so it has a little like binding kind of. And now I'm going to go back to my 5.5, and I'm going to go 1/8 of an inch the other way. So what I just created was this little line right here. Yeah, it's a 1/4 inch line. Let me go ahead and just fold that so you can see it. So
fifth grade math, an eighth equals a quarter.
Oh yes, 2/8 equal a quarter. Oh, thank you. I don't like dealing in eighths. That's very true. Yes, we do a lot of fractions. Oh boy, they are hard. I keep telling them they need to cook. Okay, I'm going to take my envelope back, and I want, so I can see I have a little bit at the top, and I'm just going to turn this and set it. I'll use this side. I'm going to turn this. I don't want it obviously all the way at the top, so I'm going to go down a little bit, and this is how big I'm going to make my pocket.
How big is that?
It doesn't matter. How big is it? I think I'm at 6 inches, but no, I'm not, because it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. That's what's great about it. You don't have to worry about the measurement. Just hold your envelope there. I have a little bit at the top. I'm going to have a little bit at the bottom, so I might end up with a little more at the top. That's okay. I don't care what the measurements are. I don't care.
Just has to hold it.
Just is going to hold it. Okay, I'm going to fold this up, and the one piece I need to get rid of is this little piece right here. That is just going to be in the way, and it's going to make it bulky, and it's not going to make it fold nicely. All right, there we go. So far you're with me? Certainly, so far, like I haven't done anything difficult. Now my envelope fits in here, and what I did with mine, actually, I cut it down, and I'm not going to on this one because mine's a little tight. I'm going to put our tear and stick tape just on the very edge, and the reason I wanted to use this instead of, two reasons, instead of the adhesive is, number one, it's going to hold really well. You could use the Stamp and Seal Plus. That would also work. But this is narrower. I think that's what I was going for, is I wanted something really narrow. And I need to use my little take a pick. What are you looking for, love? Yes, my little take a pick. Just a second. And pull that off. That is just hard to do. Not really. Just gotta grab it. There we go. Oh gosh. Yeah, but the nails are totally worth it, right, ladies? I think they're pretty. All right, and I'm just gonna stick that down. This side is open, and that is totally fine. Okay, let's do the same thing to the other side. There we go. And I know Barb said she had some trouble with the polka dot ribbon. It's a little stretchy, but I just don't pull it as hard. All right, I find with this, if you really stick it down hard, that's when it pops up. And I'm not even going to try to use my lovely nails. I'm going to go ahead and pull it with that. Look how much easier that was. Got a little bit more to grip. Okay, so there we go. That's it. That's it. I don't know what the measurements are because I didn't bother measuring because I don't need to. Let's take these and go ahead and stick these in here. When I have 8 now, right? Because I made an extra. And stick these in here, like that. I wanted to use Purple Posy because it's a color that's going away, and I just think it's really pretty. And take my envelopes. I kind of do just half and half. Stick them behind, like that. And I'm going to just fold it. Look at, so I could even make this a little bit wider, but I'm okay with that. I think that works well. And then you're just going to take a piece of designer paper. Actually, the first thing you're going to do is take ribbon, and I'll go ahead and do it with this ribbon. Even though I probably would not use this ribbon to tie it because it's stretchy. But I'm not going to make Dave get up again, so I'm going to put my adhesive right there and go ahead and stick on my ribbon. Then I'm going to turn it over, do the same thing on the other side, or if my ribbon is thinner than my adhesive, then I just put the adhesive on the ribbon. Not a big deal either way. And I can go all the way. It's really not, it's just, there's no science to this, in my opinion. All right, there we go. And then I'm just going to trim that. And at that point, this is on. Now I can decorate the front. I can put some paper on, I can stamp something and stick it on. And I don't know about you, but I'd be thrilled if I got something like this in the mail. Or, not in the mail, but I'm not going to make a bow. Yeah, I am. Jenny, I am. It's like, oh, I'm not going to make a bow, but I will make a bow. I mean, because a knot would be really hard to get out. I mean, this ribbon is okay for that, but it is stretchy, so I prefer this. So this one, you can see I cut this one down thinking it was too big, but then I decided after I shoved in all the cards that probably a little bigger would have been okay. So just want to let you know that is just an easy way to make a little holder. I love it. Do you think it was easy, or did I make it sound easy and you think it's not easy?
Jenny says, great gift. Love
yeah, for sure. And honestly, if you, here's the tip. Here's the big tip for you. Cut the designer series paper all at one time. Stack up your pieces, pull out your template, and just go ahead and cut them all at one time. Same thing with the white. And then with this, you can cut 2 or 3. You can cut 3 at a time. So first thing I do is always cut the 9-inch, by the way. I always want to cut the 9-inch first because then I have this big strip left over. Whereas if I cut it here at 4 1/4, I have 2 little pieces. Not a big deal, but for me, I'd rather have a bigger scrap than 2 smaller scraps. So I always, if I'm going to cut it at 9 or going to cut it short, I always cut that first. All right, that is what I have to show you today. But wait, there's more, right? I want to show you what happens when you order a kit for Take It Up a Notch. So Take It Up a Notch registration ends on Monday. So you've got just a few more days to register. I will send you everything you need to make these fun cards. Plus, I will send you over $10 worth of product. I know Barb has already signed up. Everything you need, the stamps you'll provide, your own stamps. Aren't they so fun? And now it comes in a box. You ready?
You've ordered before. This is new.
Yeah, this is new. It's going to come in a box. I don't know. That excites me. Because when you open it up, it's like a party. You've got your wish list. You've got fun tissue paper. And you've got your free products, your directions, and of course, your packets of what to make. These are not the ones, so don't look at those. So isn't that fun? I just think that's like we're kind of stepping it up a notch to make it a little bit more fun for you to get the Take It Up a Notch, to get any of our kits, actually, right, Dave? Any of our classes, excuse me, any of our classes. All right. I think I was feeling like there was one more thing I wanted to tell you, but honestly, I can't. Oh, yes, I do. I do remember. The last thing I wanted to tell you is I'm so excited because, you can bring it up, if you saw the Facebook post, this is what came in the mail. Boxes and boxes of catalogs came in the mail on Friday. And guess what Dave and I are doing this weekend? That's right. We are packaging them up. We are sending them out to you. And usually Stampin' Up! Sends them out. But we decided we wanted you to get it sooner. So we decided to do it this way. All about you. Everything we do is for you, friends. And there's going to be a little special surprise in there. If you would like a catalog, I am going to mail them to my list, but put it in the chat if you'd like a catalog. If you want a catalog, put it in the chat. So you should have it early this week, at least this week. All right, friends, super excited to get that out to you. You're going to love it. Have a wonderful Saturday. As I always say, happy stamping. Stamping makes me happy, and I want to help make you happy through stamping too. All right, happy stamping, friends.